water perp. So in like the last year of relationship, liquor hitting. The last year of relationship, we actually tried to do like an open relationship for like 6 months.
Why only 6?
So it was literally like, we're gonna keep going, because it was just like, okay. So we started it, and then it was like the panorama, so it was like we're always up under each other, and like when we kind of figured out the rules and like how we're gonna play it, before it was when we were separate, like in 2 different like cities, and it just changes when you're like in a pandemic and you're always around each other. Like, how does that even work?
So hold on, run it back. Y'all was when the pandemic hit, y'all were together.
Yeah, we were always together.
But living together. I didn't mean like together.
Oh, so he just like came up from UNCG because it's like, nigga ain't got nothing to do there. I was on RA, so I could stay on campus. So everyone else got kicked out of their like housing. And I was just there for the last 2 months because they were like, you know, in certain circumstances, people do still have to stay on campus. Yeah. Like if you're like a foreigner, I don't know, whatever. Niggas are still there. So they kept the RAs until the end of the year, and yeah, he was just like, why would I be by myself with like, because it was like college housing, like 3 random niggas. I could just come up to you, because all classes switched to online or just not really classes.
So how do you make rules for like an open relationship? Was that like you're on FaceTime? Did you write it down? Like, who thought of what?
Yeah, we actually FaceTime every single time we were gonna like fuck someone else. No, I'm just joking.
No, I'm not. You have to
that's the rule. No. But
put the camera right there.
To clarify, you started to talk about open relationship before the pandemic, but then the pandemic hit, and y'all.
Yeah, but that was like months after. So we started. It was like a year. So we probably like started the open relationship in like January. Sorry, I'm pointing. I visualized the calendar in my head. We started the open relationship in like January, and then it was like maybe like a year and some change.
And this is pandemic still happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like January 2019. Yeah, January 2019, and then we ended it like March of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So rules.
And the rules. Okay.
Regulations.
Sorry, honestly, it was mostly just Mark who came up with it because it was his idea. Yeah.
Did you like it at first, like the idea?
Yeah, I did. So even though it was Mark's idea, I don't really feel like Mark's. Most people don't know Mark, so they don't know what kind of person he is. But it was literally just like based off conversations we had in the past. He was like, I think that this would work for both of us. And then after like doing research, that nigga loves YouTube. After doing like research and stuff, he came up
learning stuff.
No, literally, he came up with like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. It was more so just like, okay. So for the open relationship, the primary rules are like, I don't remember all of them because we're in 2020.
You couldn't like hang out with them.
Yeah, like you basically just couldn't be like buddy.
It was just sex.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Fuck him and get out.
Period.
Yeah.
Type shit.
And I would say me personally, I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna say I struggled with it, but I was just like I didn't care that much. Like, for example, one conversation that came up was like, "Oh, is cuddling intimate or is it not?" And I'm like, I don't know. I can cuddle with a nigga, and that don't mean I give a fuck about him.
But cuddling could lead to giving a fuck about them.
Not really. Not these niggas.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Like
don't cuddle with me too long.
Yeah. And then like, I mean, I'll say this. Like, one of the girls that Mark had sex with, he like hung out with her because they were in class together. And like they studied. I didn't really care that much. And then also Mark doesn't give air to it, but like, she was a little bit obsessed. I was like, this is crazy.
Dang.
I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Do y'all tell like other people like you're dating someone? Like when you start?
I do. So at first, so this is what I'll say. It changed because I was like, at first, I told the first person, like, yeah, I'm dating someone. But then like, as it went on, I was like, I'll tell them at some point, but I'm not going to tell them all the time. I don't know. I never actually, so I feel like with more time, I would have figured out like a better strategy just because the problem is, it's like a couple of things. The problem is like, if niggas just think you're trying to fuck, they act one way. If niggas think that you are lying, like I think some people really thought I was lying about it. Like having an open relationship, they act another way. And then if you don't tell some people that you're just trying to fuck, again, they act like they're trying to get in a relationship with you. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like 3 different problems. And it's like, because the problem is, like, the way that niggas act when they just trying to fuck, they act like they just trying to fuck.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was going to ask. What's communication with these niggas that you, in general, are trying to fuck, but, like, you don't want them to act like they trying to fuck? Like, what you talking to them about?
Okay, so this is what I was saying. My biggest thing, and I feel like what I needed to get better at is, like, I don't know, vetting them. Because I was just want to try to make sure they weren't they listen to Manosphere podcasts. Like, I just want to make sure they're not listening to, like, Manosphere podcasts. Does that make sense?
Like, what's that man name?
Like, and then this is just like, if they just, if they believe in that stuff, like, are you, like, homophobic? I don't want to be, like, having sex with
you wanted to know
a bad person. No, I didn't ask them, but it's just like, you kind of get the kind of vibe, because you don't want someone, you don't want to, like, fuck someone and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
a crazy homophobic. Or like,
damn. That would be wild to find out. But then it's also like if they're not going to be in your life, just fucking.
But do they deserve the pussy? The pussy's the reward.
That's true though.
Yeah, so, I don't want to fuck nobody who voted for Trump.
No, literally. If I fuck somebody who voted for Trump, that's good.
But then it's like, I would, I don't mind. I wouldn't even ask them.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, cause like, for example, let me just give you an example. This is very extreme. But like, I'm sure somebody fucked Jeffrey Dahmer before he started killing people. Imagine you say you fucked Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. There has to be some type of vetting process, bro.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, so I guess I was trying to see what kind of person they are.
I didn't tell a soul, but I see what you're saying. I'm saying if I happen to be that girl, that accidental girl that ended up, with the wrong one, I would be, that is so crazy. And shut my mouth.
No, but like, people don't know how to take shit to the grave.
They really don't. Because how dare I tell other people that I accidentally was a nigga that's a bad man?
No,
shut my mouth.
You did it on purpose and it just happened to be the worst nigga.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, for me, I be overthinking. I'll be like looking in the mirror like, what does this say about you? Girl, you're a fucking problem.
No,
what have you done?
Literally.
What is wrong with you?
No, I feel it though. But I probably wouldn't ask. But kudos to you for, vetting them.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good vetting process.
A lot of niggas need to be vetted though.
No, they do.
Okay. I should be vetting niggas better myself.
No, but I don't think they're horrible people, but I don't think they're good people. Like, they're
and that's why people be taking forever to some people take forever to get together, because you really gotta vet the person you're messing with, or you're messing with, like the person you want to be in a relationship with. If you just want to mess around, then vet them a little bit, see if they voted for Trump. Yeah. But I'm saying, like,
absolutely,
that's the first question.
See if they believe that women deserve equal rights.
This is what I'll say.
Sometimes it be wild.
Ask if they mama hate black people.
Ask if they mama look like.
No, my sister dated someone.
Ask if they love their mama.
No, my sister dated someone, and literally, bro, they went to my sister dated someone. I ain't gonna name anything else about the person she dated, but they went to a wedding together, and basically afterwards, one of the things that the dude's mom said was, I just really wanted my kids to be white.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were racist.
They're not even her kids.
Well, or her grandkids. I'm sorry.
She should share them out.
Yeah.
No,
I'm happy she said that.
Oh, true.
They needed to break up.